the owner of Fountain of Life, the CEO of Fountain of Life Publishers House. My husband is Bishop L.D. Parker. He also helps me with this company. I had a vision that just wouldn't quit. And because my vision, I wouldn't let my vision quit, then guess what? God blessed me. I didn't give in to it. I stayed with it. We have to recognize what's driving our heart. What's driving our heart. Okay? One thing I did realize is that, well, I want to read this to you. Okay, we're Fountain of Life Publishers House. Like I say, you can go to my website, www.pariceparker.biz. We publish authors, ghostwrite. We have all kind of marketing tools. We do business cards, postcards, build websites. We do it all to help that author to be on the go. Our goal is to produce business owners and to produce authors and to get people kick-started in the right direction, because life is really hard out here. And sometimes you get laid off on your job. And that's why a lot of people do get laid off, because they're not working in their divine assignments. And some layoffs, God intends for you to get laid off so that you can begin to go in a different direction. You have to have something that's driving your heart to write. You have to have something to motivate you. Motivation is key point. It's very key point. You have to have something to motivate you. I don't know what you have. Maybe you need to go look at some new things, or go touch some stuff that you want that you can't afford. Maybe that can drive your heart, or get involved. Like I have one of the authors. Man, I tell you, she just finished her book in April the 23rd. Just came out with 24 Felons, 24 Aliens. This woman didn't have a job or anything. And she signed up. She said, oh, God will give me to bless me with the money to get to you. He said, I'm gonna write my book. But she finished writing her book, and we did a big release and everything. Excuse me, April the 23rd. And she already with me again with her next book, Favor for My Laborers, dealing with all the crime activity, what we're going through right now. The brutality is driving her heart. She has a passion, she said, because she said, God called me to the criminal justice system. And at first I was like, okay, this woman is crazy. But as she continued, and I got to know her through writing her story. The old me wouldn't have paid her no attention, but being who I am for God, I have to listen. And so when I begin to listen, I say, you know, that's just say, God called her into the system, and she worked, and she was just on the other side of the system, in and out of jails. But she said, I'm God's mouthpiece. And at first I said, this woman is, she don't have it all. But this woman have everything that we really need from the inside. We be on the outside looking in. But that's her story. So she had to go inside them bars, come out of them bars, live that kind of life to tell her story, and to help other people that get out of jails and get out of prison with criminal background records, and feel like that because they're felon, they can't get a real job, they can't find a place to stay. So that's a passion for Justice Jones to run with. She's dealing with justice system, anything deal with justice system. That's what she worked with. So yeah, she is God's mouthpiece on the justice system. I'm God's mouthpiece on visionaries. So what are you going to be the mouthpiece of? There's something inside of you that you're going to have to run with. We have another author, she's running with her book. It's a children's book. It's handicapable. Her story and her testimony, her mom told us, you're not handicapped, you're handicapable. She have a story to tell. She's already on her next book, speaking to for the book for the parents, dealing with the handicapped children. And she getting her message around the world. You're not handicapped, you're handicapable. You know, people that's in wheelchairs and people that have disabilities and growing up in their children and they're young. So we have to understand what's going to drive your heart to write. There's something inside of you that's you got to get passionate about to be able to drive. It needs to be your steering wheel, drive you to where you need to be. Speaking to the heart of a writer. Let me read this part. It say, I know you may feel you cannot achieve this journey because of your previous history of quitting something. We all have been quitters on, I don't care if it's a diet, I don't care if it's exercise, a job, or cleaning up, simple, big, small. major. We've all quit on many things in our life. And it says, I'm here to tell you, yes, you can. I never knew I would become who I am because I decided to move out of where I was and who I used to be. You have to pack up that mind today and say, I'm relocating. I'm not living this life I've been living. It's so much more to life than I want, and I'm going to own. I want what God has for me. You got to speak to that heart of the writer. What's your message to that reader? What you're going to stir up inside of them? And like we've already discussed, book scraps, tips on saving, your books. That's why you have scraps. What you're not using for this book, it could come into another book. Or you might be going with one area, and the next thing you know, God have you way over there. You say, oh, I'm way in left field, I'm way in right field, and then people just stop. No, don't stop. Just keep writing, because right then and there, that's what's flowing out of your heart. Sometimes I've written 2 books at once. I might have this one open, and when I can get to this one, I can come back over here. Like I was starting to write this book, and it's From Eating Crumbs to Transforming Wealth. And actually, when I wrote this book, I was homeless. Yes, I was homeless. But what God gave me, people don't realize this, I was homeless. Because I relocated, okay? And I didn't have a place to go, but I heard the voice of the Lord. And some people say, you know what, God ain't going to have you to move. And no, he didn't. His voice told me, gave me instruction, and I obeyed. And if I would have stayed back in Charlotte, North Carolina, because I wouldn't have trusted my faith, good God Almighty, you have to be able to trust your own faith. You have to. Faith is expansion. It's not something where you are. It's the evidence of the unseen. I needed the evidence of the unseen, and the unseen is not where you are. It's forward. It's out of your area, out of your comfort zone. This introduction says, and this is the introduction. The introduction need to be able, because when somebody buy your book, they're going to look at it. They're going to look at the front cover. If they like the front cover, it's good enough for them to open. They're going to go right to the back. So in your back needs to have a description that's going to invite that author to really want that book. This back description says, From Eating Crumbs to Transforming Wealth. Anointing powers. Anointing. Finally, a book that keeps you in a thriving mental state that causes your hope to spring forth. Now, it is time to identify the real you by introducing the trophy that is hidden inside. It's your time to stop eating the crumbs of life and indulge in your wealthy place. But I had to be homeless to get this real meaning of this book. Okay? And it's really not about the money. A lot of people, they just like money. So anything with money is going to really sell. Okay? But it's not really about all the things. But it feels so good when you can buy the car you want. You can go on the vacations you want. And then you can experience the life, dinner and dining. And you can relax and treat yourself to some great things in life. From eating crumbs to transforming wealth. Do you want that kind of life? Are you tired of eating the crumbs? Dogs eat crumbs. He said, don't get what is holding to the dogs. Sometimes we just eat the crumbs what people just throw us, or we eat the crumbs what our paycheck throw us, or give us, or what they say we worth. If we worth $15 an hour or $20 an hour, we accept that. Take off the limits of your income. Take off the limits of your life. Live where you want to live. Do what you want to do. Okay? Transforming wealth. That's what authors do. They transform wealth. They transform prosperity. They transform people's health. Do you realize when you are stressed out, you can kill yourself? Stress kills. If you can't pay your bills, if you dissatisfied with going into your job, so many people, they be so unhappy going into work. They be so unhappy. And they have to go in, and guess what? And they hate their job. They hate their job. Do you hate your job? Do you really hate your job? They get busy. Go work part-time. You can do it full-time. You got to pay your bills. But do a part-time for yourself. Begin to invest. I don't care if it's 10 hours a week. Invest 2 hours a day. You can get many books done. You'll be surprised. You can write a book and begin to teach that book. Make it a class. Make it a business. I'll build your website, get your business card going, get your postcards going, get your banners going, put you on a payment plan. There's no excuse out there, especially out to meet me. I know how it is struggling. I know how it is when your family won't believe in you. I know how it is when everybody laugh at you and think you can't make it. I know how it is even look like a fool serving God. I know how it is stepping out on faith that you can't see. I know. I've been there. But I didn't let my downs stop me. I didn't let what people said I couldn't do stop me. I had to keep it going. You're going to have to keep it going. So you want your people to feel your back insert. You want them to say, you know what? I want to see what's in the inside of this book. So if you could, the front can get them to pick it up, and then your back insert can get them to pick it up. Say, blessed is the man who preserve under trial. Preserve. See. People say, how in the world you went through all you went through? You know, not bragging or anything, but God just gave me beautiful ashes. Okay? He said, bless. This is the word. He said, bless. It's the man who preserved under trial. Because when he has stood the test. Now, this is talking to me. Now, I wrote this when I came to town in, I forgot what year, within the 5-year range. And it says, that stood the test. He will receive the crown of life that God had promised him to those who love him. See, and that's James 1:12. James 1:12. And it's on the back of this book. You see how beautiful that picture is? That's what God gave me. God gave me. I didn't believe in myself. I was a hairstylist. I was in a beauty field. But God gave me the gift of writing. And I wrote. And I wrote, and I wrote, and I wrote. It says, and you know, so your back insert, it needs to be like a hook. Put a hook in that thing. It's going to kind of like you're going fishing, and you got the worm, and it's that on that hook, the pull the fish in. That's what the back insert need to be. It need to pull it in, so they can open in. See, now we're going in. We're going in the book. And in these chapters of this book, it says, company matters. It speaks of viewpoints, revealing points, what's in your heart. Who am I? Cultivate your ground. Sweat and get results. Running power. Okay? Then the introduction say, often I have seen people with vision go nowhere. Simply because the company that they keep is negative and cannot inspire vision. What good is a visionary with gifts buried in the grave? And what good is life without vision? Vision is life, and once dead, it will not work. Wealth comes through visionaries that execute on their vision, and as a result, they obtain great possessions. Make your life count, and let your life be an inspiration to others. There come a time when you must choose a better life. Set a higher standard and anticipate ownership to a more prosperous life. The choice is yours. If things in your life are not coming together as you planned, then you must change the way you live and the company you keep. You have the power to decorate your life as you choose it. Your resource is not where you are, but in your path forwardness and taking control of your destiny. Now is the perfect time to make change from eating crumbs to transforming wealth by the way you live and changing the way you reflect life. See, it wasn't the people that I used to run with that got me here. It's the people that invested. It's the people that motivated me, that encouraged me. It's the people that appreciated my writing, the people that appreciated the gifts, the people that appreciated the books. It wasn't the ones that downgraded and told. It was the ones that I met, the new people. Okay? Don't be angry even with the people that's in your life. Just get to know some new people. Because people say, well, I don't need nobody to validate me. Oh, yes, you do. You're going to need validation. Just imagine if the grocery store had the big grocery store sign up there, but nobody to come in about a food. They're going to close. Everything is going to rotten. It's going to go under. So when you write a book, you're going to need some readers. You have a church, you need people to come to the church. If you have a business, you need supporters. You need validation. So when people be preaching, I don't need you to validate me. Yes, you do. Because guess what? I'm going to be your word of mouth. I always run my business kind of like Chick-fil-A because that was my very first job. I got my first job at Chick-fil-A on my 15th birthday. They hired me. Ken Jezik at Eastland Mall, at the Chick-fil-A at Eastland Mall. And I couldn't wait to turn 15 because I knew I can get a job to help my mama. And I had my little ID and my birth certificate and my, everything, and went to go and apply. And at the income, I put a question mark. He said, never do that, Parice. He said, I'm going to hire you because you're so enthused about working at such a young age. And you could have been celebrating your birthday, but you want a job. He hired me on the spot. He said, but never put whatever somebody pay you, put what you want. So today I want you to put what you want to make in your mind. And then I want you to aim for that goal. Because people say, you know what? It's not the money that's evil, it's the root. You need money to help take care of your family. You need money when you die to leave for an inheritance. When your children have a vision, you want to invest in them. When your family members have a dream or vision, you want to also be able to invest in them. It's time out for living paycheck to paycheck or week to week. It's time out for that. It's time to plan for better. Because our forefathers, they fought hard to get us to where we are. And so many, they just letting life pass them by. They letting opportunity dwindle and swindle. And they letting the inheritance disappear. We've come through too much. Not just as a people. We've been fighting all our life. God created this world for us to live. And the world survived because of authors, business owners. When you ride down the street, every business had an owner. Every business. And every business owner had a dream, had a vision. That's why they exist. When people are able to go to work, guess what? They get paid. They're able to get some benefit packages where they can get insurance, 401s, where they're able to help. When they get paid, guess what? Then they able to take care of the bills, the necessary bills for their household. They're able to pay bills. They're able to buy new things. They're able to buy somebody gifts. They're able to sow. They're able to seed. That's why it's very valuable that we become business owners. It's very valuable that a business owner or a visionary don't quit. That's why it's very valuable that you don't let the devil steal your destiny. You can't let the devil steal your destiny. Your children need your destiny. They part owners. So if you don't leave them nothing, you make it hard on them. You already leave them in an upside down state before they get here. Let your seed be prosperous so that your seed can be prosperous. Stop leaving grudges and stop leaving hardships. Stop leaving bills and debt behind. It's a sin to die. It's a disgrace. We serve a big God. We should have more power. We should be more of a being, a vessel. We should be better for our family. It's sad how so many of us are so, we look good. We dress good. We speak good. We preach good. But we have no goods. It's got to stop. Goods, services. Services, goods. What do you have to barter? What do you have? You got to leave a legacy behind. You got to start now. That's why authors are so valuable. They're very important. If it wasn't for author, there wouldn't be no teachers. If it wasn't for a teacher, there wouldn't be no wisdom. There wouldn't be no wisdom. We all need wisdom. Wisdom gives you valuable information. What you don't know will heal, will hurt you, will kill you, will destroy you. But what you do know, it'll multiply you, it'll bless you, it'll prosper you, it'll bring you out. What you do know. It's so valuable to know wisdom. He say, a man without vision gonna perish. So many people walking dead because they don't have vision. My time is so valuable. I don't have time to waste it. I've had 10 strokes and could have died on any one of them. My time is not my time, it's God's time to make a difference in somebody's life. So make sure that your time matters. When you go on the clock, would your employer want you to sit down while you clocked in? No, you can't get paid. That's why so many people are not inheriting, because they're not putting in time to write the vision. You have to put in time to write the vision. I don't know how much time you have to put. I put years. My vision didn't come overnight. It took time. Sometimes I had to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I have to discipline myself. I have to go to bed early so I can get up at 3 o'clock in the morning where it's quiet. I won't get phone calls. Nobody will interrupt me so I can write a book. I had to write this book being homeless and hungry, sitting at another man's table. Yes. But I had to write. I couldn't because I didn't have what I needed and have my own place and have this. I had a disk drive and wrote this book using somebody else's laptop. There's no excuse. You have libraries. You can take a disk drive, a thumb drive. You can go write your book. Email it to yourself. So if you lose the thumb drive, guess what? You still have your book on your email. If you have to pull in your computers, I'm not ashamed of my game. When I was, starting and moving and this and that, and sometimes you have to pawn your stuff and then you lose your information because you can't get your stuff out of pawn shop. I had to, so that you can know, make sure when you're writing, I don't care if you're at home, email your book to yourself. Set up a whole different email account. So you can always have your book. You can always have your files where you are. So email your stuff to yourself so that you can have a copy of everything that you have. So if you lose a laptop, guess what? If you lose a thumb drive, let me go to my email. If you're in Zimbabwe, you can check your email. If you're in Jamaica, you can check your email. There's no excuse. Okay? And phones. This getting ready. I'm going to wrap this up and have to come back tomorrow. This is From Eating Crumbs to Transforming Wealth. Okay? See, I have different kind of books. I'm an inspiration, motivational author. I stay in my lane. I'm going to try and go write this and write that. I'm an inspirational author. I encourage people. That's my divine assignment, to encourage people to get up from where they are, to write the vision, to make it plain, to birth authors. What kind of author is inside of you? Hello?
Bless you, woman of God. This is Pastor Walker.
Okay, we're Fountain of Life Publishers House. You can send me your email, not your email, but your manuscript. You can mail it. We take handwritten journals, voice recording, and transform your voice into a manuscript. We ghostwrite. So you can email, you can mail only to P.O. Box, attention Parice Parker, P.O. Box 922-612, Norcross, Georgia 30010. Or either you can email me your manuscript. Email to publish@pariceparker.biz. Email your manuscript to publish@pariceparker.biz. Now, you're welcome to put $2.99 down. You can make monthly payments, weekly payments, bi-weekly payments. I work with all authors. If you really want to be an author, but I do need your support as well, your compliance. So you can also go to my website. If you want to learn how to write a book, I can coach you. I teach how to write a book seminars. I have live seminars here in Georgia. You can, if you have an organization, nonprofit organization or church, and you want me to come out to teach, just pick up the phone and call me. I am able to do that as well, to teach your classes. We can discuss the rates and everything. So you can call, okay, and you can call me at 404-936-3989. 404-936-3989. Go to my website. Like I say, we do ghostwriting. If you need a ghostwriter for hire, or if you need us to help format your books and everything, just send us the manuscript. We do the book cover design, ISBN, barcode. We take care of everything, formatted, editing is included in all of our prices, okay? So just give me a call. And I hope to hear from you very soon. We're Fountain of Life Publishers House. We make book publishing easy.